Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy. I know it's been a while and I will get into that after the intro, but I just want to introduce myself. If you're new here, hi, how are you? I hope that you enjoy what you watch and consider subscribing to my channel. I do mostly beauty related content such as, unboxings, hauls, try-ons, reviews, things like that. So if those things interest you, like I said, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I do upload a video. But yeah, today I am going to be trying a couple of products that I got fairly recently, at least within the last maybe 6 months, I think, at least. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Alright, welcome back. Like I said, I'm going to be I'm going to be trying on and doing a first impressions of a couple of items that I got. Let me show them to you here. One of them is this, what brand is this? Davis number 10. It's like a lime green, I think it's lime green anyway, eyeliner. And then this eyeshadow palette here, name is Miss Laura Ultimate Shadow Palette. Open it up so you can, if you've seen my previous Temu hauls, you will have seen these already. If I can get it open, that's another question. So that's what the palette looks like. I'm not positive if this is supposed to be a dupe for like a NYX palette, but those are the only ones that I can think of. If you have any other ideas, go ahead and leave it in the comments for me. I am going to give you a little life update. It's going to include mental health issues, and it might be, some of the things I talk about might be somewhat triggering, so I'm going to leave on the screen any triggers that I can think of. Hopefully I get them all. I'm also going to leave on the screen a timestamp so that if you want to skip all this, or because it triggers your mental health, or if you just don't give a rat's ass about my life update, you just want to get to the content, no shame in that. But anyway, so that information should be on the screen here. I'll give you a moment here so you can skip to that. Alright, so those of you that decide to stick around, thank you. I know that most of you probably don't know me personally. Maybe some of you do. But I have struggled, one problem I have is not being able to talk properly. I have struggled with mental health issues since I was a teenager. I have major depression, I have borderline personality disorder, I have anxiety, PTSD. I'm just, a clusterfuck of things that, you're not supposed to curse, so I don't really care. Screw it. I don't care. I'm not monetized. YouTube wants to say you can't say the F word on whatever. Don't care. Anyway, off topic. I've had these things since I was a teenager, and they kind of fluctuate between severity, and there are often things that happen in my life that will influence the severity of those. And in the past couple of months, things have just not been that great. I think my last video, I know it was over a month ago, I'm not exactly sure how long, I don't think it's quite 2 months ago, but anyway, it's been a while. So one of the things that brought me to where I'm living right now is I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and my ex lives in the same, well, I don't know if he does still, but he did at the time, lived in the same town as my son. My daughter has since moved from that town as well. So I moved to a different part of the state to get away from him. I'm not going to go into too many details, but there was a kind of like a safe house / what are they called? Like a domestic violence shelter in the town where I live, and that's why I moved here. And I've been stuck here for the last 3 years because I don't have an income, which is another completely, I could like make a whole video on like how on earth have you survived this long with no income. Yeah, it's been a struggle. It's been a real struggle. A lot of help from outsiders, not like necessarily like friends or family, unfortunately. All my friends and family are probably about as poor as I am, but like organizations, things like that have helped. Anyway, this video is going to be really long because I'm going to ramble here for a minute. So last month, 2 months ago, in May, I think, my brain just doesn't necessarily process time very well lately either. Another illness I have is fibromyalgia, and it affects my memory. It affects a lot of things. It's annoying. Anyway, my son graduated from high school, and I'm probably getting emotional because that's me. And I was unable to go. God, should have known not to bring this up. Anyway, I was unable to go, and if I had just known all along that that was never an option for me to go, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. But up until like maybe the day before, 2 days before, I thought that I was going to have a ride to get to the city where my son lives and where they're graduating, and then that fell through. And it's doubly hard because, I mean, if I saw my kids on a regular basis, it might not be as hard. Well, it's still be hard because my son's graduation. Anyway, the last time I saw my kids, I think it was either April or May of last year. Which, if you have younger kids, I'm sure that's like crazy hard. My kids are adults. It's not like I need to see them all the time. They don't need to see me all the time. It's not like they need me for anything other than, the occasional emotional support. But still, when you're a parent, you always, care about your children and you want to see them, even if they're adults. I mean, I could be 80 and they could be in their 60s. Well, yeah. I could be in my 80s and they could be in their 60s. And I would still want to see them on a regular basis, but unfortunately that's not something that can happen for me. Oh boy, I shouldn't have gotten into all this. But anyway, if by chance any of you were wondering where I've been, that's some of the reasons why. Mental health has been bad, anxiety's been bad, my fibromyalgia hasn't been the greatest either, so moving forward, I don't know how that's going to affect my content. It probably will continue to affect my content, and I'm sorry about that, but unfortunately, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to actually get off here for a moment. I'm going to clean my face up a little bit since I've been crying, and then I will get back to the video, and hopefully this video doesn't end up being like 40 minutes long, but if it is, sorry about it. Alright, I'm back. If those of you who skipped my little rant / life update and are wondering why my eyes might look a little bit bloodshot, I don't think they are, but if they're a little bit glassy, it's because I did cry a little bit in this life update. Sorry moving forward if that again is triggering to any of you, but let's go ahead and get into this because I'm sure this video is going to be really long because of the fact that I shared that little life update with you. But yeah, so we're going to, of course, start with the palette. I think I swatched a few shades when I did the Temu haul, so I'm not going to do any swatches. It's definitely interesting to get into, so I'm going to see what I want to go with, like the army green here, or all these shades look similar, so I don't know if I want to go like this route with this green right here, or if I want to use this one or this one. I think we're gonna go with problem is finding what shade to start off with and which shade to deepen it with. Okay, so we're probably going to use this to deepen it. This shade right here to deepen. We're probably going to start off with, we're going to go with this shade right here, and then like this one probably to blend out. Okay, so now that we have a game plan here, let's start. We're going to use this brush right here. I'm older, by the way, I'm 45. I do have mature eyes, so using certain brushes and eye-hooded eyes is going to be helpful for those who are either have mature eyes or hooded eyes, both. You know, these are smaller brushes. This is more like dense. It's not quite like a packing brush. Oh, it's not a packing brush. A packing brush is more flat. I don't know what exactly you'd call this. I'm not exactly great with brush names. I was going to dip into here. First impressions, there's not a lot of kickback on this shade that I'm using. If you can tell on camera, hopefully you can. Just load up the brush a little bit. I'm gonna tap off any excess. And like I said, this is gonna be first impression, so I don't know how these shadows perform, if there's fallout, any of those things, you know. Alright, if there's patchiness. I do have eye primer on. Stay My Eye Primer I used in my Do You Need Eye Primer video, the one from Ace Beauty. I don't know if smaller influencers are allowed to link products like big influencers are, but if I can find a way to do that, I will. I think I might want to try doing that moving forward so that at least you know what products I'm using. I don't know about being able to link Temu items because I don't know if they're still for sale or not, or if that's something that you can link, but if I can figure out a way to do that, I will. Okay, so starting off, like first impressions, I think there is a little bit of patchiness. Let's see if we can get up close. You can see like right in there's a little bit of patchiness, but this eyeshadow palette I think cost me less than $5 if I'm remembering correctly. Don't quote me on that. So it's not like I'm expecting it to be high quality. It's not gonna be Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona or one of those high-end brands. I mean, I've had NYX palettes that don't work that well. And this is what it's supposed to be a dupe for, I think. So, and greens, I think like darker colors like greens and blues are supposed to be harder to make. I don't know. So like I make, it's not like I have my own makeup brand or anything like that. I'm only gonna do one eye on camera. In fact, I might even do the whole look on camera. We'll see. Because I don't want this video to be like super, super, super long. But I do want to at least show you a couple of the shade, a few of the shades in action. I might like finesse the whole look off camera. You know, that's actually not that bad. I mean, for an affordable palette, this isn't that bad. I mean, it's definitely pigmented, and like I said, there is a little bit of patchiness, but I mean, by just building it up, that kind of overcomes the patchiness, which, you know, so far then this is not a bad palette. Okay, then I'm going to go in with a lighter shade. Use this brush here, and this is from Lavish. It's a tapered blending brush. Oh, see, I like when they actually say what they are, since I'm not exactly the best at figuring that out. All right, I'm gonna go in with this shade to just blend out this first one, and then this one doesn't have a lot of kick up either, which is nice. Has some, not a lot though. I don't know if you can see on camera, hopefully you can. I'm using that kind of lime green one here. All right, let's tap out a little bit. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm really hoping that that's the case. All right, and I'm like kind of going over that initial shade to not only help blend, but to create kind of a gradient. Listen to me talking like I know about anything about makeup. Not really. Oh yeah, in case any of you were, you know, thinking crazy here, I am definitely not a makeup artist by any stretch of the means. In fact, my makeup skills are pretty mediocre at best, if I'm being honest. I've been doing makeup, like seriously trying to do makeup since what, 2017, 2018, and my makeup skills have not improved, like, at all, I don't think, which is sad because I'm not an artist in general, and I have bad eyesight, that's part of it. So I mean, this is definitely, I think they're blending together well, but by blending this on top of this, it's kind of, that first color's definitely gone away a little bit, so if that happens, just go back in again, and I'm not think I'm gonna like go back in as much as I did in the first place, but I do want to build that color up a bit more. This isn't really a blending brush, but I'm kind of gonna use it as that. And because I have mature eyes, like me going back and forth, as you can see on camera, my eye moves. It's annoying, it really is. Okay, so those two shades I think have performed well. Let's do that final shade. I'm going to go in with a smaller blending brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to go into this. It's probably not the right brush for this, but it's fine. It'll work for now. I'm going to go into this darker shade here. And this one has a, well, yeah, it's a little bit more kickback than the first two, but it's not too bad. Let's definitely tap off all the excess. Hopefully you can see on camera. My camera isn't the best, so I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to go in just the outer corner here and kind of deepen this outer corner with that shade. It's a dark green, but it's almost black. Okay, so today we're not necessarily worrying about how good makeup looks, not that my makeup ever looks that great anyway. We're just going in on first impressions, and my first impressions of this are, it's not that bad. It's definitely not bad. Okay, I'm gonna go underneath with no extra product, just kind of smoke out the bottom. I don't know about this color smoking out on the bottom though, because it's really dark. I generally don't use that dark of a shade on the bottom, but for today's look we will. I know a lot of people go like really smoky, and because I have mature eyes, I don't know if I like having shadow clear down like that. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead. My eyes are watering, which is not great. Let's go ahead and try the eye pencil. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hands, hopefully. I mean, it's pretty creamy. It's pigmented on the back of my hand. Let's see how it works in the waterline. I don't usually put eyeliner here, just because I've hooded eyes, I'm not gonna see it anyway. Oh yeah, we probably want to use a shimmer shade, don't we? On the lid. Well, I don't have to, but we could make it all matte look, I suppose. I don't do that very often. I like shimmers. Like, you don't see them much because of the fact that I have hooded eyes, but okay, I'm hoping you can see on camera how this turned out with the eyeliner. It's not bad, but it's definitely patchy, but it could just be because, you know, my eyes tear up when I put things on the waterline. Alright, so I'm going to put on our lid. I think I'm going to put a shimmer shade on my lid. I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. Although, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to use my finger. Eyes are definitely have this, not my eyes, definitely have sniffles going on. I always do anyway because I have allergies, but I did cry a little bit earlier in the video, so that also influenced it. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this shimmer shade. It isn't very shimmery, so to speak. It actually looks like more like a satin than a shimmer. Let me add a little bit more, see if that makes a difference. It looks shimmery in the pan, but on my eye, look, actually looks more metallic actually. So, but it doesn't, in the pan it looks metallic. On my eye, I'm not quite sold. Alright, so that is all, you know, four shadows that I've used, and the eyeliner. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off here and finish the makeup, and then come back with my final thoughts, so stay tuned for that. Alright, hello, I'm back. I did finish off the rest of my makeup, added some mascara. I did end up using another shade as an inner corner and a brow bone highlight. It is this one right here. My phone on its tripod is kilter. I'm hoping that's not going to affect the video itself. Sorry about that. A little mess up there. It's still off kilter. Oh, I need a new tripod. Anyway, I don't want to like keep you much longer. I know that this video is going to be crazy long. Oh yeah, and my hair is definitely in its like Elvis phase here. I want to cut it, but I don't have the money. Just for a basic haircut, like, I think personally the fact that they charge women more for haircuts, even if they have short hair, is bull. Even if they don't have short hair, it's bull. Anyway, enough of that. My impressions of this eyeshadow palette and the eyeliner is that they're pretty good considering the price. Like I said before, if I am able to link things below, I will. There is my highlighter. I can't because it's a discontinued product. Probably should throw it away because it's old, but oh well. Anyway, if you have liked this video, please thumbs it up for me. I apologize for the length. Unfortunately, I'm not good at editing. The edits that you see are just me turning off the video and like me adding like, you know, text or whatever. I'm not good at editing. I know that you can probably take classes on that, but that's something that I can't afford. But yeah, please stay tuned for future uploads. I'm not exactly sure how frequent they're going to be, but I do have a couple things from Temu coming. I do have a bag of things that I got free that I can show you. And then what else? Obviously, the makeup that I tried today is stuff that I had received in the past. I have a bag full of other goodies I need to try, plus the new things I'm getting from Temu. So yeah, again, stay tuned for all that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up because I know this video is at least 20 minutes long, if not longer. So bye.